In this lesson, we're going to take a look at saving audio files within Adobe Audition. Now, you should have 3 files that have got changes so far, and files with changes to them are shown in the Files panel with this small asterisk just to the right of the file names. So 01 to 10.wav has a little asterisk, as does Charlie McDonald and Osher Williams. No other files have the asterisk, so these are a useful indicator to show whether or not you've made any changes to a file since you last opened it. To save a file, just simply double click on its name to make sure that it's the currently active file, and then we go to File and Save or Save As, but don't click on these options just yet because I want to explain one method that I would recommend that you use when we're saving our edited audio files. At the start of the session, we opened all of our audio files and we put them in the Files panel within Audition, and since then we've started to edit some of the content of 3 of the different files. Now let's say, for example, this 01 to 10 file was a full interview file which lasted 10 minutes long. We've edited that 10 minutes down to a 9 to 10 second soundbite, as we can see here. If you go to File Save, that is going to overwrite the remaining 9 minutes and 50 seconds of your interview. So whether or not you needed a soundbite now and wanted to use the remaining content later on, you won't have any choice because you will have overwritten the original file. And the same is true for the Charlie and Osher clip as well. Let's say Charlie's clip was a lot longer and we had more sound bites. We've edited Charlie's clip down to something around 22 seconds. If Charlie's interview was 5 minutes long and we go to File Save, you'll lose about 4 minutes and 40 seconds of maybe usable content, and the same is true of Osher's clip as well. So instead of using File Save, I would recommend that you use File Save As, which will create a new copy of that edited file, and it will leave the original file intact. So with 01 to 10.wav, let's go to File, Save As, and this is the Save As window. We need to give the file a name first. Now, what I would recommend is that we add the term _edit at the end of the file name, but before the .wav extension, which we'll talk about in a moment. So visually, we can see from the name of the file whether or not 01 to 10 has indeed been edited or not. And the good thing about this is you can either create a subfolder with all of your edited files, or you can allow this newly edited file to live alongside the original. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to save it in the same location as previously. So that is going to be this area just here in my case. The next option that we have is called Format. Now this is the type of audio file that we're going to save. Normally you'll come across 2 main file types, which is a WAV file or a WAV file, or an MP3. You will of course come across other file types during your careers, but these are the main 2 that you will come across. In fact, MP3 will more than likely be the file type that you're most familiar with. However, you should always try to use a WAV file instead. And the reason that you should use WAV files is because WAV files are uncompressed audio files that have had no reduction in quality. An MP3 is great for online upload because it's about 10 times smaller in file size compared to a WAV file. So that's why you might find MP3 files available for download online. But WAV files are the full quality files that you should be sticking to. These are the broadcast quality WAV files. So anytime you're recording in the radio studios, anytime you're recording with a Yellowtech IXM microphone, you should be recording WAV files. And then if you need to later down the line, convert it to an MP3 for online upload. But for as long as possible, stick with a WAV file. Here we have a few bits of technical information which we'll discuss in the next video, and then we've got format settings just below, followed by an estimated file size. If you're happy that you've given the file name with _edit just after the original file name and before the .wav extension, click OK and that should save the file. Doesn't take long to save the file at all, just maybe a split second because it's only 10 seconds in length. I'd like you to repeat that process for Charlie McDonald and Osher Williams, so double click on Charlie's clip, go to File, Save As, and remember _edit before that .wav file extension. And again, this can save alongside the original, which in this case is in the radio package master folder, interview clips 2020-08-26. And if you can repeat that process while I speed up the videos, and then that'll be the end of this lesson. In this video, we've taken a look at how to save audio files within Adobe Audition. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at how to create multi-track sessions.